today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, you can see it in the title already. I am getting ready for the biggest Bitcoin trade in my life. You're probably saying, Chris, you are crazy right now in this market situation. Hear me out, guys. You remember, I was actually doing what I feel is my duty, actually, when we were around the 52,000 US dollar area, checking out my price target. We were actually, of course, still hoping for higher price targets. But I told you, as long as we are not closing a weekly candle above, likelihood of us dropping lower is actually high. Well, we closed the weekly candle below the 52,000 US dollar levels, and actually we went down to 4,000. Now the question is, after I was talking about this specific pattern, actually already at 52, I told you, 54 I think, I told you, well, this might be the three peaks and domed house pattern with a price target of 30 to 33,000 US dollar right here in the red circle. What if I told you that besides this quite horrific, horrible target, there's another one I'm actually looking at, and there's one pattern right now showing me actually a bullish price target, showing me actually the potentially biggest trade of my lifetime. This was bought to me by my friend and PA, and actually I had to look at it and I said, well, this is actually exactly how I was determining earlier my low for Bitcoin right here. What you see here is potentially one of the most important and one of the most interesting fractals for Bitcoin I have seen in my life. Number one, first of all, let's circle back and let's determine how did I personally determine the worst case scenario, actually the lower 29,000 US dollars for Bitcoin earlier when we were in the beginning of the year. I said, hey guys, I think we are not gonna go lower than 29. Well, you can see, of course, it was multiple different indicators. Number one, it was the Fibonacci golden ratio right here. And if I am zooming out a little bit, number two, it was, of course, the EMA ribbon on the weekly, which was perfectly marking our bottom for Bitcoin. So now the question is, are we maybe not gonna go down to 30,000? Is this actually, this weekly candle marking the bottom for Bitcoin? According to this statistic, according to this analysis, the answer is yes. And now hear me out. So you can see here two consecutive head and shoulders patterns next to each other. I don't like head and shoulders pattern. I don't like inverse head and shoulders pattern. The bullish ones, the bearish ones. I don't like them because they are freaking out people and they are wicking out people actually much more often than they are successful. Here's a great example. This is why you usually don't see me talking about head and shoulders pattern. We had left shoulder, right shoulder, head and right shoulder. Well, everyone who was shorting Bitcoin here for a price target of 10,000 or whatever got completely liquidated. This is why we were waiting for a bounce here, and actually it happened. Well, you can see we had the bottom marked by these two candle closes, right? And if you pull it over here, the Bitcoin price never closed below. Actually, 3 times we wicked below. Same thing right here. Here we are having a new bottom on the right head and shoulders pattern, right? Once again marked by the two candle closes right here. And once again, 3 times we wicked below. Now we are below. Of course, what we need now is the weekly candle going back above the 43,000 US dollar levels. Actually, we need a little bit more than that, but I wanted to talk about that, so bear with me. I want to make it as easy understandable as possible here. You can see once again on the weekly candles, we have the potential bottom here converging with the low of the EMA ribbon, just exactly as earlier. Right here, we are having a potentially same constellation. What we need right now is that this tiny weekly candle looks like this one. It needs to turn into a green one. We have 6 more days for this. 6 more days that this candle will look like this candle. What we need. So this is what I'm looking out for my biggest trade of my life to actually come into fruition. Let me quickly show you. This trade I am preparing right now on Bybit. And yes, I'm not trading right now. I need one specific thing to happen for me to say, hey guys, this is the beginning of a new run towards the upside, actually towards price targets of 64, 69,000, potentially even above for Bitcoin. It's too early to quote this right now. It's too early to go into a long trade right now. But what is the one thing I'm looking out for? This is what I want to tell you right now. And if you watched so far, please, only one thing I want to ask you for. Like this video, share it, comment. The least thing, please, I want to not beg you for, but I want to ask you for is please like this video. Takes a second out of your day. It really helps me here getting this video into the algorithm. Yesterday's video got almost 14,000 likes. Yesterday's video was once again, I think, the day before yesterday for sure, the most viewed YouTube Bitcoin video on YouTube in the world. And this is because of you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Now let's go back here. So what I'm waiting for is number one, the weekly candle going back above the 43,000, going back above the neckline. This is the only way how we can invalidate this head and shoulders pattern actually coming into fruition with a terrible price target towards 20,000, which I don't think will ever come into place, but that's the technical price target. So what we need is the invalidation of this bearish pattern, and that's this candle close being above 43,000. Number one. Number two, if you want to make sure you should have not longed right there at 35 all the way to 69. No, you should have waited, of course, for us to break the previous high here. And if you did that well, of course, you were not liquidated afterwards if you didn't put a tight stop loss. So what we are waiting for is not only a break above the 43, that's already very nice, invalidation of the head and shoulders pattern, but number two, a break above the finally 52,000 US dollar area. 52,000 was, just let me quickly go back here, 52,000 was earlier when we actually broke out from the falling wedge, and I mentioned it, the most important level to overcome, and it's still the most important level to overcome. 43,000, first one, if you want to make it very sure, 52,000, and then there would still be so much upside for Bitcoin. We just need these things to be checkmarked because so far you can see we are in a higher low trajectory here. We are in a higher high trajectory actually. So this is the last thing I'm waiting for. And yes, it doesn't look all too bearish on the daily, on the 4-hourly, not at all. But as I was actually talking about these bearish scenarios when we were at 52, 54, 55,000 US dollars, now I want to turn it around. And now I want to give you the bullish outlook. Now that Bitcoin is potentially bottoming out. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Very, very important. And obviously, I want to remind you also, I mean, we are crushing it here on VLaunch. We are listed on 9 exchanges. If you want to get ready for your Bitcoin trade, I have less than a 10,000 US dollars in free bonuses in the pinned comment. If you click the BuyBit link, you make your own account. You can get, after your initial deposit, 4,100 US dollars in free bonus for your own Bitcoin trade. Also, you get free VPAD. If you deposit at least a 500 US dollars, you get free VPAD if you are within the first 1,000 deposits, guys. This is what I wanted to tell you. US dollar bonus, VPAD bonus, all in the BuyBit link down below. Make sure you click it, you make your own account if you are an experienced trader. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I truly appreciate every single one of you. We are going to see each other very soon at the next one of MM Crypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.